Today's show is all about passion projects, and I have a fun lineup of guests, all here to talk about things they're doing to help or inspire others. Many women and men have worn at one point in their lives or are currently wearing a pair of Steve Madden shoes. But who is the man behind the brand? Madden himself has those answers in his Netflix doc, Madman. Steve Madden, yes, the Steve Madden is sitting right here next to me. This is the man that put all those shoes on your feet right now. Now, your documentary on Netflix, Madman, for so many of us who want to be successful, we want to have our own business, we're on this hustle, we're on this grind. It just shows everything from why you got started, your obsession with shoes and what it costs you personally, and just seeing the rise, the fall, and then the rise again.
So tell me what you know about Steve Madden, the actual guy.
Shoes.
The shoe guy.
Do you feel that this project allowed you to be very vulnerable with everything that you went through in your life?
It was cathartic in a way, you know, and we say you're only as sick as your secrets, you know, so it's just best to get it all out there, you know, because you would have bet against me when I was 25. You would have bet against me.
Why? Why?
I was a substance abuser. You know, I was in the shoe business. I was good at shoes, but you know, I like to stay up all night and drink and take cocaine and do all this crazy stuff, and it was destroying my life.
You didn't let it consume you or beat you. And then I remember when we all found out that, oh damn, you went to prison?
My secret's out.
I know, you went to prison?
God.
Did you, like when it first happened, were you like, yo, I'm really in prison, this is happening?
You know, I went to prison. I got involved with my childhood friends, raising money, and it was documented in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
Steve Madden.
Anyway, I went to prison.
Man.
Yeah, it was bad.
How did you bounce back from that? Because a lot of times people would have been like, you know what, I'm just gonna fall back. And it's very demotivating.
You don't quit before the miracle, you know, and decided that I was gonna come back and try to do some good and try to help people that are in prison.
You mentor a lot of people when it comes to business and you help them out. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I get help by doing it too, you know, because we gotta give it away to keep it. You know what I mean? It's
That's a gem. That's a good gem right there.
You know, it helps me to help someone else, and you know, there's just a lot of pain out there, and we got to do better.
How did you get so, I don't know, aware, woke, whatever it is?
I'm not woke. I've been lucky. I've worked with great people. They kept my business going when I was away.
And you believe in the culture and artists, and that was one of the reasons why we loved seeing you work with Cardi B.
This woman, everybody just loves this woman.
Yeah.
There's some sort of rooting thing for her, you know, because she's been so honest about her life.
Yes.
She hasn't sugarcoated it. She's all about being aspirational.
Yep.
You know, she's funny.
Yes.
I have young kids, and it's the only thing that's weird about it is they sing the songs, and they don't realize what they're singing. Some of the stuff is just, it's crazy. Yeah. Like, oh no, do they know what they're saying?
Do you want your kids in this industry at all?
I want my kids to find something that they love to do, and without regard to money. They're just such a gift in life to be able to do what you love.
Right.
To get up, to go to work, and love your job it's a really big deal. And the amount of money is not always the most important thing. I mean, if you make a lot of money and you hate what you do.
Oh, it's miserable.
That's bad.
Man, this is so amazing.
Yeah.
You know, but look, you're a New Yorker. You could come by anytime and hang out with us. Where's your favorite spot in New York? Because you are a New Yorker. A gem. Give us somewhere.
Oh, okay. I've got a couple of favorite spots in New York. I love the Frick Museum.
Okay.
If you ever get a chance, it's on 5th Avenue and 70th Street. I love it. I love San Ambrose on Perry Street and West 4th. It's my favorite restaurant. And I have a favorite coffee shop. This coffee shop is the greatest. Lexington and 83rd. It's called the Lexington Candy Shop. And I go for my eggs and coffee there. That place it's a New York treasure. And then I got a million others, but those are three that jump to my mind.
So make sure you stop by those places, grab you some Steve Maddens, and make sure you check out his documentary Madman on Netflix. We're not done yet. Stick around.
No, but I like action. I'm a bit of a gambler, and I like renovating. I like buying
dilapidated properties and having a vision.
Let's get started with Bethenny Frankel. Of course, we know her from Real Housewives of New York and her Skinnygirl empire, but what we love is her continued devotion to relief efforts in Puerto Rico. So I'm glad you actually made it here today because you're so busy. And I was just asking you, when do you ever get to sleep, if at all?
I do sleep. Now, I don't sleep well and I don't sleep as much as I would like, but I do make it a priority. I make health a priority, and I do feel like I have a bit of balance, and all these renovations are my real estate bug, which I've caught. Oh, wait! Cheers to the bumpy ride. I find it to be addictive and therapeutic, and I love it.
Really? Because I feel like dealing with real estate is probably stressful.
I know, but I like action. I'm a bit of a gambler, and I like renovating. I like buying dilapidated properties and having a vision.
I want to talk to you about Skinnygirl Jeans. How's it going?
The Skinnygirl denim is unbelievable. The designs are very different. They're all very, very different than anything else. The fit is different, the comfort is different. There's even a jean that doesn't have a seam, which takes off, I think, 1/3 of an inch of the way that you look.
Yes.
It's for all shapes, all sizes, all ages, all races. And so that's kind of really what the Skinnygirl brand does represent.
I think it was so amazing how much work you did to find relief and help out everything that's going on in Puerto Rico still. And the type of charity work, how passionate you were to make sure that they received the funds to get some type of relief. Why did that touch you so much?
It started with helping people in Houston for a couple of $100,000 of relief before anybody was really going there. Then in Mexico before their governor arrived. And then Puerto Rico really was the most dire because there was no relief there. There was no electricity. The poverty was incredible. And I was able to get there before our president and really start making a difference. And we sent approximately 54 planes there, and about $50 million in relief to there, and USVI, Dominica, St. Martin, I mean, different places, not just Puerto Rico. And in addition to all of that relief, raise over $1 million in cash to give directly to people. And the best thing is that it's not just a one-off, that I now know how, I really understand this, and I found my calling in philanthropy, because I always wanted to fit in and find the fit, but just giving money at a charity event.
And you don't know where the money's going.
No, and also I couldn't feel like it was so tangible. And and I learned that this year, so many people need to feel that feeling. If they give $5, they would like to know that there's a bottle of water that's been handed to someone.
If someone wants to find a way to help out with Puerto Rico or any other disaster, what should they do? What's the first step to make sure that their money is really truly going to the people, out of your experience?
If you want to, and I call it invest because it is an investment, it's your money and you want to know where it's going, BeStrongDeliveringGood.org, and you can indicate whether you want it to go directly to Puerto Rico or whether just general relief, because that's as much of a mission as just doing the work, is letting people know you can donate, but you have to know you can trust the situation.
Oh yeah, you have to know everything. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us on the Stoop. I appreciate it. And you know, hopefully one day I could buy a place or one of these nice penthouses and you won't take all my money. Well, I might be selling it to you. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. To find out more about Bethenny's disaster relief efforts, check out BeStrongDeliveringGoods.org. Up next, Lala Anthony tells us how to shop for a cause, so stick around. If you're a fan of Power, then you know Lala Anthony's amazing. But besides being an actress, she's an author, a businesswoman, and a philanthropist. And like Bethenny, Lala is passionate about helping hurricane victims in Puerto Rico, and she's found a fashionable way to do it. Lala, where are my pants at, man? Where are my jeans at?
I got you. Of course I do. I'm going to bring you the whole collection. This is from the collection, actually. Oh. And this goes with this, kind of.
Absolutely. Oh, we got a little...
This is an outfit. And we have the same hairstyle. This is like the whole thing.
Congratulations. Did you really want to do this from the beginning of your career?
I just knew that I love clothes, and I would always get stopped and asked about my fashion and clothes, and I just figured why not put what I know and design some cool clothes for all women, all sizes. My clothing line goes from size 0 to 24, which I'm super proud of because a lot of clothing lines aren't servicing all women, all sizes. And the clothing line has just taken off. It's it's really good.
And it accommodates small waists and big booties.
Yeah,
Thank
too.
you very
That
much.
too.
It's
You're
about
welcome.
time.
You're
And
welcome.
I love that you're unapologetic about that, because I feel a lot of times in the fashion industry, they don't like our body shape.
It's true, and they don't cater to it. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to be able to bring that, to women out there. And when women stop me like, I love your jeans, or these are my favorite pair of jeans, or I feel so good when I wear them. I mean, there's no better feeling than that.
And you know what? I love the fact that your shirt that you made, the proceeds are going to go to help out relieve.
Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
So that was important to me. I'm Puerto Rican, my family is in Puerto Rico, and I wanted to do something to help. I mean, I'm doing other things as well, but I thought it was a cool way to infuse like fashion along with being able to help. And this way people who aren't in Puerto Rico can get this cool t-shirt, but feel like they're doing something to help the island as well.
When they see you on TV and here you are doing all your acting, do they get really excited for you? Or they?
My family is definitely really proud of me. I come from a very close family, and I've always been supported, through my career and my dreams, through my family, and especially with my mom, so.
Was there any role that your mom was like, Lala, I don't want you to do this?
Never. My mom has never told me what to do or what not to do.
What did she say when, the boobies were out?
She said she thought I did a really great job.
Did she?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Are you nervous?
Very nervous to be naked on TV. Of course, that's like, I still get nervous doing that. I mean, who wants to be naked on TV? And you know what's people,
you look amazing.
Well,
There's
thank
a
you.
little different,
Thank you, but you know what's crazy about it, and people don't know this, is when you see it is when I see it. So power is very different. We don't see those scenes before they come on TV.
No.
So the second that the whole world sees it is the second that I see it also. So I'm literally like holding my breath, bracing myself, watching it, and within seconds, it's like the tweets, the Instagram, my phone's going off, the this, and I'm just like, it's really crazy, but it's one of the most nerve-wracking things.
I want to go through your DMs so bad.
No, you don't.
Yes,
No,
I do.
you don't. You might be too surprised, like,
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You're successful, you're beautiful, you're a hardworking mother, and you're busy. Cayenne is out here balling and just doing his thing, and you are on the road with him, going to his basketball tournaments.
Yeah, I'm the crazy
Are
parent.
you screaming from
I'm the one screaming, cursing, going crazy. I'm the one looking behind, like, what'd you just say about my son? I'm all of that. Like, one day I know someone's gonna record me and it's gonna go viral, and they're just gonna be like, I can't even believe that's Lala acting like that. I'm just so protective over him, and I know how hard he works, and I know that being in his dad's shadow as a basketball player is something that he's never gonna be able to shake off, but it just makes it that much harder for him. Yeah. There's a lot of pressure.
Any more kids?
I don't know. I used to say no. I don't know.
Oh,
There's a whole other piece to having a kid that
Lala's about to have a baby on us.
That other piece before I gotta figure that piece out first.
And then,
Yeah.
But maybe. You're more open to the idea now.
I'm more open to it, but we'll see.
Are you going to be writing books again anytime soon?
I am going to start. So I wrote 2 books already.
Right.
My first book, The Love Playbook, I partnered up with Queen Latifah. We're turning that into a film. So I'm excited about that.
That's going to be great.
Yeah. The second book, The Power Playbook, did extremely well. And now I'm kind of ready for, I think enough stuff has happened for me to start having ideas for the third book. I'm just not sure yet.
Thank you for never switching up on us and moving to the West Coast.
There's something about New York. There's nothing like it. I feel like when I'm in LA, I love LA, but I feel like I get more lazy in LA. It's like, all right, let's go to lunch. You want to go work out? Okay, here I'm like up. And it's just nonstop until I go to sleep.
If you had to eat in one borough for the rest of your life,
Harlem.
all day.
All day. All day.
She's so New York. I love it.
We're not done yet. Stick around. Legendary soap star Susan Lucci is up next.
Accommodations for Talk Stoop are furnished by 135 West 52nd. These exclusive private condominiums feature 1 to 4 bedroom residences, duplexes, and triplex penthouses. Luxurious finishes and amenities await in this 12,000 square foot private lounge, ideal for relaxing and entertaining alike. Recharge in the 75-foot long custom mosaic tiled pool. This is elevated living at its finest. Available for immediate occupancy. To learn more, visit 135west52nd.com.
I had my fangirl moment when Susan Lucci sat right here on the stoop. When she's not on screen, she's helping all of us look good while we shape up with her new signature workout ready collection. Okay, so I'm sitting here with a legend. Susan Lucci, how are you?
Great, how are you?
First off, you look amazing.
Thank you.
I need to get my life together.
You're doing great. You
Am
look
I?
beautiful. Yes.
Thank you. It's so great to be chatting with you. And All My Children obviously has been going on for 41 years, right?
It was, yeah.
41 years. That is crazy.
It's crazy.
Well,
But it was great. It was fun.
Did you think it would last that long when you first obviously got the gig?
No, I never thought it would last that long. Well, I mean, I didn't think about it at all, really. I just knew that I was asked to sign a 3-year contract, and that seemed an enormous amount of time for me to commit to. I had just gotten out of college, and that was 4 years, so that was my reference at the time, and 3 years was almost 4 years. How could I do that?
Now we're talking about your athletic wear, which is so interesting to me how it came about. So you really weren't planning this. It all kind of just happened on accident.
It happened, everything I've done has been fan driven, and that makes me very excited.
Right.
So I've been on QVC with my Pilates Pro Chair, and then people were asking, how can I get that outfit? What I like what you're wearing, what are you wearing? And QVC heard them and was listening, and they asked me if I would do my own line of activewear. And I was only too happy to do that. And so the designs are, you know, we work on them, we come up with everything, but also what was very important to me was the fit. The fit was really important, and we offer sizes from triple extra small, which is my size, to triple extra large. It's very figure flattering. I learned with, you know, playing Eric Kane, I worked with some great costume designers. I learned about long and lean. You know, I'm 5'2" on a good day, so long and lean is really important to me, but I think even if you're 6'2".
Would you say that when it comes to athletic wear, that's going to determine how you feel at the gym? Because for me, it does. Like, if I have a cute outfit on, if I feel like it's all together, it's sucked in, I feel like I might do a couple extra squats. It's not a guarantee, but I'm a little bit more motivated.
Motivated. That's what I think it's about. You know, I think if I look good, I feel good.
Absolutely.
Right? It puts more of a bounce in your step. You have more confidence.
Oh, yes.
And on top of it, you're doing something good for yourself working out.
Now, do you try out different looks and maybe ask your husband, like, how do I look? Does this look?
Yeah, I do. I always ask him, what do you think? What do you think?
That is so awesome. Now, from my understanding, you guys have been married for a bazillion years.
Yes.
And I'm sure everyone asks, like, oh, what's the key to a happy marriage? Are you sick of that question?
No, it's just that I don't have an across-the-board answer. I think everybody's dynamic is so different. For me, I found Helmut from the very beginning to be very smart, first of all, which I like, but very sure of himself, but very funny.
Oh, that's important.
And I love that. A sense of humor is really important to me.
Okay, so Susan, in this cup, we have questions that were left behind by previous guests that came to visit me on the Stoop.
Oh.
So all you have to do is just pick out a card, read the question, and let us know who left it behind.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. The question is, who makes you happy? And Daryl Strawberry left this behind. My husband makes me very happy, and my children, and my new grandbaby, little baby.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
that is so
grandson,
sweet.
He's 5 months old, yes.
Oh my God. So are you obsessed with your grandson?
I am obsessed. I am in love.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you
Of
so
course.
much.
Susan was so much fun, and I love how she's truly passionate about everything she does. Well, my next guest is also extremely passionate about his special gift. Hollywood medium Tyler Henry is not only giving people closure, but also giving those who are no longer with us a voice from beyond. I am so happy to be sitting here and talking with you right now, and this is amazing Hollywood Medium Season 3 on E! Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so first off, are we in the clear?
We're in the
room?
clear.
Is there anything crazy in here? Are we? Okay, we're
You don't
good.
need an exorcist, you're good.
Oh, we're good?
Feels good. They're having me bring up the tragedy, like this literally just keeps coming in. Let me figure out who this is, because it's a very insistent thing. It's like one of the main reasons why I'm supposed to be here today. It's basically a feeling of like, it's not fair that my life's taken from me when it is.
That's exactly right.
I think I'm trying to understand, how do you know how they passed away, or what caused it?
So it's always like the age-old question. For me, I always say my sixth sense uses the other 5 senses to communicate. And it's very subtle. It's not like the sixth sense. I don't see dead people walking around. I might, sit across from a person and get a physical sensation that corresponds with how someone passed. I might hear a word or a name. I might get a smell that's significant. I might have a vision. Now, as a clairvoyant, I'm primarily visual, so I usually receive information visually, but all senses are free game for someone to come through and communicate a message. And depending on the spirit or the consciousness, I call them, they'll communicate differently based on who they are and their experience.
Now, on the show, you don't know who you're going to go read.
Right, never.
You're just hopping in the car with the production team.
Yep. People are often surprised to find that we never know where we're going or who we're reading, but it's either my mom or my assistant will drive, and we follow a lead vehicle. So we never know where we're going. The driver never has the destination or anything along those lines. And so as we go, it's always a surprise.
Have you ever been starstruck?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, so who were they? Who are they?
RuPaul was probably one of the biggest for me. That was a total shock.
Now, on season 3, you actually talked to LaToya Jackson, Michael Jackson's sister, and you connect with Michael Jackson to his sister. And this must be a lot of pressure, by the way. This is King of Pop.
I was expecting, maybe to see moonwalking or Michael Jackson on stage, but it wasn't that way at all. He came through just like a brother would come through in any other reading for his sister, just trying to communicate, just trying to connect.
Did something happen while he was abandoned?
It's an interesting thing with this because I feel like when he was abandoned, that would have been an ideal time for him to try to reach 911, to try to call for help, to try to get help.
Did she get the closure?
LaToya got a lot of closure from it, and I think the fans of Michael also will as well, because it just
we all
helped
will, yeah.
kind of solidify that understanding that he's not defined by his passing. We need to celebrate his life. We need to honor his legacy. And I think that goes, for all of us. We are not defined by our moment of death, and we got to celebrate people's lives.
How about for your parents? Did they ask?
I read my mom very early on, and there was a very personal message that came through from someone in her life that hurt her. And that was very validating for her because it was an apology she never received. And my dad, since, I told my dad when I was 16 years old about my ability. And when I went to him, he listened, but he didn't really understand. And then one day he had me grab a yearbook, and he asked me if I could read a photo. And I remember feeling really anxious, and as I was looking at it, I remember 3 of those photos raised from the page, and I pointed at them, and his face changed, and then I identified how they passed. And he just closed the book and was like, okay, I understand now. I don't know how you do that, but I understand it. And now my dad's my #1 fan, so. I think when we know better, we do better, and my dad really is an example of that.
Oh, you are so much better than all of us. This is
not
no,
all.
it's
You're
true.
cute.
This is.
You're sweet.
You're so young to be delivering such hard news. Does it take a toll on you?
I really choose to focus on how gratifying it is. Most of my work really is just kind of about healing in some way, leaving people better than I find them. And for me, it means the world. But it is a process. It does come with a degree of a weight and responsibility. And I'm only 22, so I'm just trying to figure it all out.
Oh my God. So all you're gonna do is pick out one card, read off the question and who wrote it.
Great.
And then answer it.
Do I have to predict the question beforehand?
That would be awesome.
That next show. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna read this?
Yes.
Okay, what is your favorite karaoke song?
Toni Collette.
I love Toni Collette, oh my God. Oh, I'm holding something that she touched. What is your favorite karaoke song, Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Oh, that's so good.
My mom loves Steve Perry, so.
I love that.
Thank you, Toni Collette.
So excited, season 3, and I'm sure you're going to give a lot of answers to people. Thank you so much.
Of course, that's what it's all about. Thank you so
Are you
much.
kidding?
Wonderful
Totally.
to meet you.
So there you have it. I hope the guests today have inspired you to find a passion project that not only makes your heart sing, but also allows you to make a small but powerful contribution to the world. For me, my passion project is helping young kids, especially when they're coming from marginalized communities, to learn about their legal rights, how to eat healthy, and how to achieve higher education. Now, if you want to see any of these interviews again, just head to TalkStoopTV.com. And of course, you can always catch us on our socials, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search Talk Stoop. All right? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.